NASA man can. The NASA man can, cause he lies, he cheats, he scams, but for our own good. The NASA man creates pictures that are fake. The ones of Saturn seem suspicious. He puts the stars as far as he wishes and makes new words for unreal distance.
Yeah.
Who can take tomorrow and come up with a scheme? Flying planes much faster than we thought with the jet stream. The NASA man.
The NASA man.
The NASA man can. The NASA man can, cause he lies, he cheats, he scams, but for our own good. Who can make a chemtrail crisscross way up high and call it global warming when it heats up in July? The NASA man. The NASA man. The NASA man can. The NASA man can, cause he lies, he cheats, he scams, but for our own good. Who can talk to Nixon?
Hello, Neil and Buzz.
What, 1,000,000 miles in the sky?
I'm talking to you by telephone.
2-second delay, but from the ISS it's fine. The NASA man. The NASA man.
What is the ISS position right now?
The NASA man can, cause he lies, he cheats, he scams, but for our own good.
11 seconds.
The NASA man creates geocentric coordinates. Stationary taste delicious. The spinning ball is pure fictitious. Astronauts are having green screen glitches. Who can take a rainbow, make it perverted, not divine? But who can be inclusive and hire that new guy, Caroline? The NASA man. The NASA man. The NASA man can. The NASA man can, cause he lies, he cheats, he scams, but for our own good. So we should believe we are spinning, cause the NASA man says we should. I've got another puzzle for you. If you are wise, you listen to me. When your dig is up, rat can burn his soil like a Siamese. Cat brain in the kids is a lion nut. Shame you know exactly who's to blame. The mother and the father. If you're not smart, then you will go far.
Hey.
Happiness too.
So I really like that last line. I don't know if you heard it. And I don't know if you've heard this song, but it's really good. I'm sitting by my window, Conspiracy Music Guru. And at the end, they say, who is there to blame but the parents, right? So I will, if you ask me, that's my dictionary. I will put the link in because I think that's a really good message that a lot of people don't think about, that we need to start, looking at the parents as maybe a source of the stupidity that has been going on in the world. And I remember that as a child. I grew up on this land. I'm living in this house. If you're new to thank you, whoever is here. Let me see who this is. Hey, Brian. Thank you so much for being here. So I live in this house, and this beautiful house, I'm so blessed, was moved here by my mother. They were going to destroy it to build a nursing home. And that's terrible, isn't it? Oh, that we've just given away our elderly. Like, how do we let this happen? How do we come to the point where we think that it's okay to put people into a group home at the end of their life? Like, who the hell wants to continue if that's the future? I mean, that's I think, at least I've had very painful suicidal moments in my life, and my faith, even though I was a Catholic, got me through that. I've mentioned this before. I did, even in my superficial faith system pre 2021, and I know it's just a continuing road. And I moved to Colombia based on reading. I was reading the Bible as a Catholic in 2004, but all of this beauty that we have right now is being obfuscated. Obfuscated. I have a hard time pronouncing that word. And I just had a very nice session of champagne on my porch. My children are asleep, and it's been nice with my friend who visited, and we had a really, well, I just heard a noise. Maybe she's not asleep. A lovely conversation with my dear friend. And I think the state of gratefulness is key. And the fact that they have us believing in such a mountain of bullshit should really annoy the fuck out of you. You know? And because I came to this, let's say, early, but now that I know other people that have been in this, now they're even like, that's what gives me hope, is there's people that have been since 2014 or earlier. As you continue reading, these poor souls that have written books about things that are absolutely true, like Weston Price. Weston Price. Please, I'm going to put this in the chat. Oh, I love Alex Michael. Oh, good, Brian. Where are you? Where are you, Brian? Tell me where you are. So, Weston Price. DDS. Weston A. Price. Get his book, which is, I have it here. It's in the car. I carry it around with me. It's called Nutrition and Physical Degeneration. What a fantastic, concise title that is, right? Wow. Yes. What they call nutrition is what is killing us. It's what is degenerating us. It is what is depopulating us. And I know it really sucks to hear this. I know, because I believed everything before, and I did a low protein diet for many years in my life. And I drank 2 to 3 cups of coffee until October of last year. A day. And I just confirmed, if we're to believe the internet, I just confirmed last night. I have the screenshot. If you ask me, I'll post it. I think I posted it. I put food with fluoride in it. Fluoride is a neurotoxin. Neurotoxin means a brain poison. And that has been proven based on the information I have and based on my personal experience of being around a lot of fluoridated people, because it's been in the water in two countries that I frequent quite a bit, which are Florida and United States. And this fluoridation causes dementia, Alzheimer's, lowers the intelligence of children by 6 points, calcifies the pineal gland. We can talk about calcification. Creates bone cancer and is bad for your teeth. And so there's a real question right there as to how do they sell people on it being good for their teeth if it is so evidentially, or excuse me, probatorily or proven to have damaged teeth. Okay, because I believe, and I'm probably wrong, but please check it out. First of all, I know for sure, or I think I know, that Sigmund Freud's nephew was this guy, Edward Bernays, and he was a marketing guy in New York City. And he's a guy who totally pushed the fluoride and developed a strategy. And there's a lot of, I haven't looked at it in a while, this Bernays aspect of it, but there is a lot of information out there that shows that this guy knew what he was doing, and he was like the Mad Men, like the TV, like the series that everyone likes so much on Netflix, Mad Men, right? The ad. I watched a couple seasons of that. It was very painful, but yeah. Hey, baby, how are you, sweetie? What are you doing? Oh, you're curling your hair. I love it, and I love you in your nightgown. So, what's really important to understand is that this has been a long-term strategy to convince us that certain chemical elements or things made by man to make money and are used as ingredients or essential nutrients or as vitamins or all that vocabulary that I thought was true is actually a code and a demon language for depopulation. And I can support this really easily. And I have on my other videos. I've talked about sulfites. I've talked about potassium, the great story of potassium. I have talked about sodium chloride, obviously, because I'm a proponent of salt as being like the truly essential element that God gives us. I'm still on my path as to identifying my mineral salt versus sea salt. I'm, of course, inclined towards the sea salt because it just feels right and older. But the minerals are probably man-made substances that are bad for us. So I'm just coming to that recently because I believed when we played the game Animal Mineral, what was it? Animal Mineral. Plant Animal Mineral? Right? Anybody remember that game? We played that in the car. Plant Animal Mineral. Okay, I'm going to read the comments. Sorry I've been so spaced out, but it's been a lovely evening, and I felt inspired to get online. And here you are. And it's so a blessing for me that the three of you are here. So please respond and type. It's going to take me a minute. I am doing a new activity with my eyes, and I think it's going to be good. I'm using one contact lens to see if that strengthens my other eye. And I think it's going to work. I think it's already working. Okay. Great. So, hi, Victoria. You're right. Well, that's a beautiful collection of words together from me. Hi, Victoria. You're right. Thank you. I love you. Hey, it's Valley Music. It's Dan. How are you? I wrote you today. Great email. And City of Tonawanda, New York. Not sure. Sorry that I wasn't looking at this. I follow Weston Price. Man, Weston Price Foundation. That's it, people. Look up Weston A. Price Foundation. If you have something going on in your life physically, or you're concerned about, and you don't know about chemicals or whatever, something with your body, the Weston A. Price Foundation is dedicated to examining the wise traditional practices of people in communities that had men and women that lived beyond 100 years old. Okay, that's the main idea of the foundation. That it takes the nutritional information that Weston Price found out was absolutely available to everyone. I mean, to anyone who took a look at it, that the minute that he called it the white man's diet, and he's a white guy, balding white guy who didn't have children, and I hope he was real. I don't know how anyone feels here about this, but I don't know if Tesla was real. And I mentioned that to Austin Whitsitt. I went to Flatoberfest. That's how I know the wonderful Dan and his beautiful wife and several. I met Tony Coriolis in person. I want to start going through the names of the beautiful people that I met at Flatoberfest, who were, Craig helped me with my tent when I got there. Of course, Karen, thank you so much. Your hair looks so beautiful. You're such an inspiration. I'm going through my transition now, and I'm going to use it as an educational aspect. But I'm going to use it as an educational element in my ramblings. Because did I go prematurely gray because of the chemicals I put in my hair, or is this a genetic outcome? Because I don't know. But I do know about my mother and my grandmother's hair. And they were both gray, and they both dyed their hair. But my mom didn't dye her hair until like in her 40s, I think. But my mom already had gray hair in about her 30s. So this is what I'm doing. So I met Val, who's amazing, beautiful, great woman, horsewoman as well. We talked, wow, there's so many people. Brian from Dose of Reality. That was awesome. Of course, Run Boston Bear was fantastic. Run Boston Bear and I, when we were both at Flatoberfest 2023, and for me, a huge moment in this period of my life was sitting by him, and Austin was beside him, and the three of us had dinner together at the bar in the restaurant bar, the bar of the restaurant in the conference center where Flatoberfest 2023 was going on. And we had a wonderful conversation, or at least for me, that was a huge conversation. So Run Boston Bear has a channel now, and I have this little channel, and I think that maybe meeting Austin was really good for each of us, and we each have children and families and care greatly for people around us, and have been blessed to be able to have the time to interact with other people that are awake. And so that was awesome. Also, goodness, I met two men that have my exact same birthday. One that I had met last year, and I cannot believe that right now. No, this is not happening. I am remembering your name. Damn it. Why do I want to say Davis? And it's not Davis. Anyway, forgive me. Huge hero, because he bought and invested and paid for the propane and a lot of equipment that was necessary for the kitchen to work at Flatoberfest 2024. And just a beautiful man, and had driven down, I believe, from New Jersey. Also, gosh, so many people. K for Carol, beautiful woman, negotiated with the hotel. Karen, amazing. Just, I know what a pain in the ass putting all this shit together, and what a surprise that whole stupid ass fake hurricane was. To, no, it was fucking bullshit. Dan, Mark, and Larry were from Tampa. Really nice men. I lost track of them. We had a really nice conversation. We played chess. It was great. They told me it was great. There was also Carl from FE Nation, and Dr. Law, who did all of the cooking, which was amazing. And my daughter, I'm so blessed. My daughter was trained in taking orders for the food, which I cannot, biggest thing coming from this festival, as far as a homeschooling mother, was that my daughter had that wonderful working opportunity of taking orders and working with a team of people and serving food. It was that's just beautiful. She had a great time. She met a lovely little girl that was training her, and it was just beautiful. So that was huge takeaway. Hold on, I'm gonna look in here. South Carolina, I had a buddy. His teeth were discolored because of too much fluoride in the water. Oh man, I remember the Bernays aspect of cultural marketing in the U.S. Yes, thank you, Dan. Yes, Valley Music Journey. Brian is very empathetic, empathic, but intelligent. Well, I think those two things are not contradictory: empathic and intelligent, right? Yeah, Brian's great. There were so many great people, and of course, I had the wonderful opportunity to exchange some words with Austin, which was fantastic. And Zach and Cami. I really wanted to talk to her more, but I just didn't feel there was a right moment. But Cami and Odell and Zach, just good. And wow, a couple of fantastic musicians. There was Mr., who totally pumped up my ego, which was really, really, really fantastic. It was just thank you. It was nice to hear your words. It made me feel really good. And Scotty has an amazing invention, you guys, and I think we have to pay attention to it. Scotty has been working with physics on the ocean and made a modified type of surfboard that is fantastic and goes into vortex electricity. I don't know what the word is, but I'm into that. And I think there's something really big here that he knows, and he's down in the Keys in Florida and seems to know a lot about the ocean. And so I'm excited for Scotty. I had wonderful conversations with him. Dan, I keep saying, but there's also Carl, and just I feel really bad because the musicians were wonderful, and I had significant conversations with guitar players, and forgive me for not getting your names, but I encourage anyone who ever sees this video that if you are passionate about some topic in your life, whatever it is, go to the conference, right? Go to the conference, be the person you want to be, talk to the people you want to talk to, turn off your phone, don't have any distractions, be in the space and talk to the people, because this is where beauty is born. This is where God is present, when natural law is happening, when we're using our tongues with other people that are open-minded to talk about things that can help our community and our families so that we can survive this great reset. Does anyone else get that this is really, we're in the reset. We are in the great tribulation. We're in it. We're in it. We are in it. And the only way to move out of it is communication, is talking, is speaking, is exchanging information about how things work, things that we can all observe. It's raining and sprinkling outside here. There was a hurricane, and I believe it was a hurricane. I believe that it was manipulated by humans. I've done sufficient research on this, and I watched the weather as a young outside living child. I enjoyed the weather and I looking at it, but now, as of 2021-ish, when I started really paying attention and trying to debunk the flat earth, I tried to debunk the flat earth for me, and I didn't even really have I didn't give a shit either way. I just thought, what the fuck? Like, what is this? And I started having confidence in my ability to discern what is true and what isn't true by excellent people who communicated clearly, and I could replay the videos to activate my brain to really dig into what they were saying. I have never been ashamed of rereading a page in a book, or rereading a paragraph in an article, or rereading a sentence, or just taking my time, or replaying the audiobook, or rereading, just rereading, re-listening, questioning again and again. Is that what you meant? Did I understand that right? Like, that's what I have learned is key, is being secure in your communication skills. And that means looking at the other person and doing your very best to communicate and meet them where they're at, which I think is a nice phrase, but meet them where they're at language-wise and communication-wise and cultural-wise, to make sure the message gets to them. And I feel like a lot of people don't ever look at, which I'm doing right now, who they're talking to. And I admit that I selfishly got online because I felt like talking. So, and I'm very pleased that there's people here, and forgive me, but I am going to read the messages now, and forgive me for going on and on, but it's so nice to talk, and it's so nice to feel heard, even if it's through this green light on the screen. But I think there's something real happening here, because there's people that I met that are here, that I think are here. But I do think we should consistently be suspicious of what is real or contrived or can be contrived or manipulated, and teach our children and anyone around us to always question everything, right? Because that's how it works. I'm going to put on some music from Conspiracy Music Guru and read messages and type back or talk back and just enjoy being here. You can come and go as you wish. I'm having a really nice time. This is one of my, here we go. Oh, wait. You know what? This is better. This is a cover of Tracy Chapman's song by wonderful Alex Michael. My daughters love this song. And the words are beautiful. Tracy Chapman is probably a man, right?
Don't you know? Talking about a revolution sounds. Don't you know?
You hear the rain?
About a revolution sounds.
That doesn't look very nice, does it?
While they're standing in the welfare lines, crying at the doorsteps of those armies of salvation.
Okay.
Wasting time in the unemployment lines, sitting around waiting for a promotion. Don't you know? Talking about a revolution sounds like a whisper. Poor people gonna rise up, get what's theirs. Poor people gonna rise up and take their share.
So poor people, that just means that we were poor in the mind. It doesn't mean necessarily monetarily, but it also means monetarily. We're going to rise up. Because they are evil. But we're smarter. Right? And smarter means intelligent. And I think that intelligence is survival.
Cause finally the tables are starting to turn. Talking about a revolution. Oh, while they're standing in the welfare line, crying at the doorsteps
of those armies of salvation, wasting time on the unemployment line, sitting around waiting for a promotion. Don't you know? Talking about a revolution sounds.
Poor people gotta rise up
And get what's theirs. Poor people gonna rise up and take their share. Don't you know you better run, 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 run.
What we say, you better run, 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 run.
It's finally the tables are starting to turn. Talking about a revolution, oh no. It's finally the tables are starting to turn. Talking about a revolution, oh no. It's finally the tables are starting to turn. Talking about a revolution, oh no. Talking about a revolution, oh no. Talking about a revolution, oh no. Right? Isn't that a great song? Isn't that great? I'm going to put on another song. Okay. You know what? A lot of people don't play this much, and this is a really good song. And if you haven't...
Alrighty, I think we're ready.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. Okay.
There's just something about this.
This is a good one. Another one. So I lived in New York City, and I left in 2004, and then came back, and then left permanently in 2005. So this song resonates with me. I'll put the link here if you want to hear it later.
I was just kicking around the sidewalk. Nobody looks you in the eye.
Nobody asks you how you're doing. No one cares if you live or die. I just got to get somewhere.
Somewhere that I can feel free. Got to get out of New York City, son.
New York City's killing me.
I was just outside of Nashville. I met the woman of my dreams.
I love this part of the song.
Sure would like to get to know her. Maybe find out what it means. I'm so tired of all this concrete. I'm so tired of all this noise. Got to get back up in the country. Have a couple drinks with the good old boys.
I just got to get me somewhere where I can feel free. Got to get out of New York City, son. New York City's killing me.
I just got to get me somewhere that I can feel free. Got to get out of New York City, son. New York City's killing me. Got to get out of New York City, son. New York City's killing me.
All right. So this is what I'm doing right now.
That was nice.
All right. Okay, this is a good one. Another good one. I will put the link so you can watch the video and you don't have to watch me. I really love dancing and singing. And so here is the link. If you don't know this. There was a time back when I was in college and we would just play music and there was no video. We talked
A friend of mine once told
and
me
sang.
to do a search online. Search for photos of Earth, he said. This shit will blow your mind. So I opened up the Google and I looked for photos of Earth. Well, a lot of photos came up. He said, click on the first. He said, that's the famous blue marble that everybody's seen. We've seen this photo 1,000 times.
Hey.
Well, let me tell you something about that famous shot. It's not a photo at all, man. It was made in Photoshop. Cause there
Ain't no photographs of us. Somebody tell me why.
They're all just Photoshop cartoons.
They're all just CGI like 9/11.
Photographic
Proof, nothing,
no,
not at all. Why the hell
Can no one take a
photo of this ball?
He was goddamn right. That shit did blow my mind. Because I thought the blue marble was a photo all this time. Well, don't you think that's strange? He said suspiciously. Well, the fact that it ain't a photo seems pretty weird to me. I mean, the most important photo that man could ever take, this huge iconic image turns out to be a fake. Well, I couldn't quite believe it, man. I was pretty shocked. I needed further proof that this photo's Photoshop. He said, look up Robert Simon. He made that cartoon ball. He's the guy you should research. He works for NASA and all. He openly admits that it's all just artistry. He said, and I quote, it's Photoshopped, but it has to be. There ain't no photographs of it. Somebody tell me why. They're all just Photoshop cartoons.
They're all just CGI.
No photographic proof of a clone, no, not at all. Why the hell can no one take a photo of this ball? Yep, every photo of the Earth is artist trickery. All the photos on Google, man, are as fake can be. Download all the photos and put them side by side. Compare all the continents. They're each a different size. Compare all the colors, each globe a different shade. If all of these were photos, man, they should look the goddamn same. Where's the continuity? There's none. No, none at all. All that NASA gives us is a bunch of cartoon balls, cause there ain't no photographs, but somebody tell me why. They're all just Photoshop cartoons.
They're all just CGI. It's photographic proof.
All the clothes, no, none at all. Why the hell can
This song is awesome, right?
Now we're supposed to have this telescope, right? That's flying past the stars.
The next topic is
Taking
lithium.
beautiful photos of Jupiter and Mars. Well, I've got a small suggestion, NASA. Here's
Lithium.
something you can do. Point that thing at planet Earth and take a shot or two, because there should be goddamn thousands of photos of where we live. But Hubble ain't taken one. That's suspicious, don't you think? We got all these fancy pictures of spinning galaxies, but not one goddamn photo of the Earth for us to see. Cause
There ain't no
photographs, but somebody tell me why. They're all just Photoshop cartoons, they're all just CGI. No photographic proof of a globe, no, none at all. Why the hell can no one take a
Photo of this ball.
There ain't no photographs, but
Somebody tell me why.
they're all just Photoshop cartoons, they're all just CGI. No photographic proof of a globe, no,
Not at all.
Why the hell can
Someone take a photo of this ball. I love that. This is the piano. I love Conspiracy Music Guru. All right. So let's talk about lithium. Anybody interested in talking about this shit? What craziness, right? What do you think? So I totally believe this whole lithium theory that was a mine with whatever. They were targeting that town to make sure that they could go forward with their lithium business project. Does anybody agree with that? What do you think, Dan? What do you guys think? Anybody think? Anybody here? Anybody here? Okay, so I'm just going to talk about this. Maybe you don't know about it, but or if there's no one here, whoever decided to get this far into this video. So, from what I understand, and I gotta say, you guys probably already know, but Twitter X or whatever that is about the best platform right now to get information, I believe. But again, it's all a matrix. But let's just say that it's true that it's flooded out. Those of us that were at Flatober, which was in Spartanburg, South Carolina, I did not see a lot of flooding where I was. And I've been in the hurricane areas, grew up in Florida, etc., blah, blah, blah. I walked around barefoot in the backyard of the Hampton Inn off the highway, right? Like it was not flooded. I didn't see much mud where I was. But this town where evidently they say there is a lithium, which is the alleged mineral base for electric vehicles and much more, lithium. When I sold cell phones back in 93 to 95, lithium ion battery was the best because it lasted the longest. That was in Miami. I learned that. And then I sold it in New York too. Does anybody remember that? You could have an option of what battery you wanted. We sold lithium ion batteries with like Nokia and Motorola phones so that it would last like 24, like something like 24 hours. And we're talking 93 to 95. Look at how fucking backwards everything is. Look at how backwards it is. I have this laptop that I'm speaking on is a Chrome, whatever the fuck, evil fucking machine. It's huge. Okay, it's like this wide. And I bought it for $40. You think this battery lasts more than 6 hours? Oh, lithium got so much more expensive. We're going to go into this. If anybody wants to go into chemistry, let's go. Because I believe that the electrical column, or so-called, I don't even know what the fuck it's called. That's why I'm coming so left field from it, and it's coming to me much more clearer because I'm into words and stuff. I believe this is the rain. It's raining nice right now. I love it. What they're trying to do, or what they do, is they confuse us with words when at the end of the day it's all the same shit. And so lithium is probably a more concentrated salt combination. Because I believe that all energy comes from salt. All right. That's a big statement. That's why I have this channel, to talk this stuff out. But I'm starting to believe that. I'm reading alchemy, and I was very, very, very grateful to meet, drink wine with that he made, which was delicious, and learn from Ben Balderson, who is a man who does alchemy, and just verify a little bit of my interpretation of what I'm reading in The Rosicrucian Secrets by Dr. John Dee, and learning that, it's pretty clear. Salt is a big ingredient to everything. And there's an effort to minimize its importance. And one of the ways that they do that is by making 12 names of salts. There's one salt, in my opinion. And I saw a really short video today, and I tried to repost it. I don't know if I was allowed to. It was amazing. And it showed like that the lithium plants in Chile, South America, they looked a lot like what I saw in the salt marshes in southern France in June this year. So take from that what you want. I saw a similar physical technology and layout in southern France for supposedly extracting salt from the ocean, which I believe they are. But I say supposedly because it's not. It doesn't seem to me to be I don't know, there's something about it that doesn't strike me as natural. It might just be the layout of these ponds. It just doesn't feel natural. And that's what I'm starting to intuit, is this idea that this monoculture planting of trees and so forth. Sorry about my eyes. The monoculture planting of trees and plants and all of that, I think that's all wrong and bad. And I used to be like, oh, it's no big deal. But now, like all of us, I think we're awakening to being open to new ideas that we never thought about before. I think that it's not right. That there should be a variety. That it should be like when we imagine the garden, or the way I imagine the Garden of Eden, but also based on images that have been presented to me and my children as New Baptists or whatever. But in any case, it's like wild plants and fruit and everything's growing together. And there's no like crops of strawberries here. And over here are the carrots and over here is the celery. What is that? Why do we think that was right? And I thought that was right like a year ago. Okay. So I'm like, wait, I have wake up moments every day. And I want to credit a lot of that to the flat earth. But I got to the flat earth because of what I experienced and looking at the, you know what, that they are putting in young people. So I think that maybe lithium had been developing there for some time under a mountain because they have other ways of developing these products, which are called elements on the periodic table of elements. But I posted, if you look on the community tab of this channel, you'll see I posted the definition of elements yesterday or today. And they're man-made. They're man-made. And then the first three definitions aren't even talking about the periodic table of elements, and they're speaking abstractly about elements. So if the first three definitions under the word element are using the word abstract, is it possible that the element on definition 4, that is supposedly more than 100 substances on the periodic table of elements, is maybe abstract? And that's why I question, how is there vitamin D in orange juice? And how is there calcium added to orange juice? Like, what are vitamins? I don't believe in supplements. It doesn't make sense. I don't need a supplement. Maybe I need more garlic. Garlic does a ton of things. Maybe I need more turmeric. Turmeric does a ton of things. Maybe I need more. But then I'm now thinking maybe these are also constructs, but I'm still going to go to the earlier constructs than the later ones. Because as I study grafting, it's very, 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 very questionable what is truly natural if we look at the concept of grafting. All right, well, I know that I'm very tired and I look very tired and I've been drinking and I am about to go to sleep. It's been a beautiful evening and I want to thank you for joining me wherever you are. Thank you so much and God bless you. And I know that this is the best time to be alive because whoever's here and whoever sees this video, but whoever's here right now, we're connecting our minds in some way, and that's a good thing. And I hope for me, the next step is meeting you in person, right? Like that, and connecting, and we start looking at communities that we can build. But I don't want any associations, any formal associations. I don't want to be on any friend finder. We can do this. And we can just go back to analog. My whole thing is hashtag analog, and I'm getting off. So love you guys. Have a good night. Enjoy the rain. I'm enjoying the rain. I love it. I'm gonna put here, and I'm gonna start. Oh, Shelly, I met who does meetups in Florida, which is so exciting to me. So I'm gonna meet Shelly. There's other people. They're all gonna come back to me. I'm gonna say it. But anyway, I met so many beautiful, wonderful people, and God bless you guys. Don't forget John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And I believe that the Word actually is logos, which is logic. And logic, for me, then that comes from the Greek language, and I believe that these New Testament, especially like almost the entire Bible, is actually in Greek. And so, but when the word in Greek means logos, which means logic or meant logic, logic means natural law. And I believe that natural law is right now, you might be able to hear the rain coming down. And that means that things will be wet tomorrow. That is natural logic. And that there's salt in the ocean. That's natural logic. And that when the sun comes across the grass, etc., goes straight up towards it. And that we stand straight up, and maybe the sun is good for us. But wait, that'd be natural logic. And that is truth. And so is it possible that that whole verse, John 1:1, is saying that God is truth? The rain's coming hard. Okay, you guys, love you. Have a great night. Good night.